She's asked, how do I advocate for my child at school without being seen as, and she's put quote marks round, that parent? I probably am
Yeah.
that parent, so you might be a better person to give her more stable, honest advice at this point.
Well, that's such an interesting question, isn't it? And I love that she's put quotation marks around that parent. Firstly, Lydia, well done for being that parent, because not everybody is that parent. So I think let's shift the mindset and the narrative about being that parent. It's not a negative. I think, Lydia, if you take anything away from today, being that parent makes you an awesome parent, in my point of view, and I'm sure lots of our other listeners would agree. Yeah, I think let's be positive about that. Advocating for your child when no one else is like for me, you may as well have a cape and a mask because you're a superhero. You know, advocating for a child who may not have a voice or whose voice is lost in the system, who's where people around them are not getting your own approach, Lydia, to being a therapeutic parent and needing therapeutic and empathic input in other places. You are that parent, and I love you for being that parent. You need to be that parent. So get rid of your quote marks and just put glitter all over it, because that's exactly where you should be, first of all. And I think if we're going to go with the narrative that being that parent is okay, I think there's probably a couple of things that you just need to be persistent and consistent with. The first point is keep sending those emails, keep turning up at the office, keep fighting the good fight, for want of a better quote, really. Because if you're not doing it, the likelihood is that no one else will. If you're really struggling with people listening, please do reach out to someone that can support you with advocacy. You're the advocate for the child, but you might need an advocate for yourself, Lydia, and anybody else in a similar situation. So do look for services that can do that. Both Mandie and myself are usually available for that kind of support, as are the Centre of Excellence in Child Trauma. I know that they have some similar services as well. So do look for your own advocacy so that you can keep being your child's advocate. I think just reminding them as well, Mandie, I know you've done this. I know you've stamped your feet and done this a few times. Remind them that yes, they might be the education expert. So they're the school, of course, we'd be worried if they weren't the education experts, really. But you are your child's expert. They do not know your child anywhere near the same way that you do. And again, this is part of your cape. This is what you can have printed on your cape. I am my child's expert. This is where your glittery stuff comes from. So remind them that you are the expert. Remind them that they are a child with trauma and/or a little bit of neurospiciness sprinkled in for good measure, and that you want to work with. You're not there to be a thorn in their side or a pain in their you-know-what. You are there to work with. And this is why you're being so persistent. I think that was kind of where I would be. And also offer to come in to talk to the school. Do some twilight sessions, come in on the inset day if you can get childcare, put a few slides together, grab some videos from YouTube and go in and teach them what they need to know. Be that superhero parent that you already are being, but maybe just reshape your outlook and your identity on that a little bit.
I love that
Mandie, tell
answer.
me about your cape and your mask. What have you done to wear yours?
I would definitely highlight you are your child's expert. You see them in their natural habitat, as David Attenborough would say. You see the highs, the lows. You see all the emotions. In fact, you're carrying the emotions with them or for them a lot of the time. So I'm not saying that you should go up to the school and be confrontational or argumentative with staff members. We're going at this from a professional point of view so that they will engage with you and not dismiss you as being that overly emotional parent. You can go, you can clearly put your point across, make it fact-based. You are your child's expert. And even if, and I know we spoke about this in the schools episode, if there is some masking going on, if that child is being that Jekyll and Hyde between home and school, accept that, but still make your point of how you see things, because that it's so important. It's what makes the team around the child a team around a child. Otherwise, it's just individuals seeing different things. And yes, absolutely. We've got, with the Centre of Excellence in Child Trauma, we've got packages put together for advocacy. So I could attend a meeting virtually, or I could send emails from a trauma informed point of view. And I know, Laura, you've done the same. We're in this to support you. Don't ever feel that you're on your own. We
Hmm.
want to help. We know how hard it is. Reach out for somebody who can stand up and help voice what you need to put across.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Lydia, I can't wait to see a picture of you in your cape because you absolutely deserve to be wearing it.